Vance ducked through the jagged hatchway into the habitat's main bay, her boots crunching over shattered conduits. Steam hissed from ruptured pipes. "Lower your rifles," she snapped at the team behind her. "Now," Lieutenant Seto's voice crackled over comms. "Medic Vance, protocol. It's a child, Seto. Scans confirm it. Lower them." Rifles deep, barrels pointing at the deck. Mara swept her flashlight across the wreckage. Twisted metal panels hung like broken ribs. A faint scrape echoed from the far wall. Vance, air rescanner. Be sick. Heart rate spiking. Heart rate spiking. Contact. Sato sighed. Vance, Sector 3. Thermal shows wings, scales, dragon-like morphology. Mara crouched by the grate. Yellow eyes gleamed back through the slats. Klaus scraped metal. A low hiss vibrated the air, lathed with pain. "Easy," she murmured. No response. Language barrier. Or too scared to try. She keyed her mic. "Dr. Fex? Sheno specs on this?" Fex's voice cut in sharp. "Drake class juvenile, per prelims. Avoidant instincts high. Recommended trend. No darts." Mara unclipped the vent cover. "Screws being free. I'm going in." Sato protested. "Vance, that's not." She crawled forward, ignoring him. The duct narrowed fast, forcing elbows tight. Dust clogged her nose. Hair light caught a glint. Iridescent scales, mud-streaked. The drake huddled at the end, wing-pinned under a wire snare. Blood oozed black from gashes. It buried needle teeth, hissing louder. Mara stopped 10 feet out. "Hey, little guy. Not here to hurt." She pulled a heat pack from her kit, thumbed it active. Warmth bloomed in her palm. She slid it across the grime-slick floor. The drake froze, nostrils flared, scenting. A trembling claw hooked the pack closer. He pressed against his chest, rumble shifting from threat to something softer. A purr. "Progress," Mara edged forward. "That's it. Warmth first." Warden Krall's voice boomed over open channel. "Rescue 1, this is Quarantine Authority. A known geno in your grid. Evac protocols. Isolate, sedate, transfer to holding pens. No contact." Sato replied. "Copy, Warden." Attempting compliance, Mara gritted her teeth. Holding pens meant cold cells, probes, not for a terrified kid. She inched closer. The drake's eyes laughed on her. Pupils dilated. Fear or curiosity. Hand out. Fex advised. Slow, des response.
Mara extended her gloved palm, empty.
"See? No weapons." The drake lunged. Teeth clamped. Her glove. Fabricatore. Mara held steady. No flinch, no pull. Its jaws thrashed, hot breath fogging her visor. Tiny tremors shook its body. Exhaustion, not rage. "Easy," she breathed. "I've got you." It bit harder, then faltered, jaws loosened, tongue flicked her fingers. Testing salt? Mara waited. Second stretch. The drake released, head tilting. Whine escaped, wing twitching. "Trust Flicker 1, Mara smiled behind her mask. "Good kid." She scanned the snare, riser wire, habitat debris, embedded deep. "Wire cutters!" she called. Fex tossed them through the duct, careful. Arterial risk. Mara snipped the first loop. The drake yelped, scrambling back. Wire, bit deeper. Black blood welled. "Hold still, brave one." She gripped the wingtip scales like warm leather. Snip, snip. Wire fell free. The drake shuddered, curling against her side. "Feel foam ready." Mara sprayed the foam gun. White sealant foamed over gushes, hardening fast. The drake stilled, purring again, its head nudged her knee, bonding. "Fast," like the scans said. "Vance status?" Sato asked. "Bringing him out." "Negative." Warden's orders. Mara scooped the drake up. It weighed like a rucksack, warm and limp. Claws pricked her suit, not tearing. "Try stopping me." She reversed to the duck. Drake clutched to chest. It burrowed into her neck, rumble steady. Team waited in the bay, rifless. Low, but tense. Sato blocked the exit. Medic, protocol. Quarantine first. Mara straightened. "Look at him, Lieutenant. Wind sealed. Vitals stabilizing. It's not a hazard. He's hurt." The drake, Kip, her mind named it, peeked out. Eyes scanned the team. Ease at Sato's rifle sling. Nuzzle back into Mara. Fex knelt, scanner humming, cortisol dropping, oxytocin analogs spiking. Is imprinted. Imprinted? Sato echoed. Oh, no, Fex said. Bonding pheromones. Cross-species viable. Kroll's voice intruded. Ek, units, stand down. Geno topens. Human contact breaches regulation 47. Mara shifted Kip higher. Warden, this is Vance. Is chosen. Separation, risk shutdown instincts documented in similar species. They protocol. Sato raised a hand. Warden, hold. Reels override. Kid stable because of hair. We're extracting as unit. Dependent. Silence. Thin. Lock. Oversight. Review pending. Move out. Mara exhale. Team fell in, clearing debris. Kip's claws kneaded her shoulder. Rhythmic. Safe. Shuttle by loomed. Medpod waited. Mara settled Kip inside, monitoring needs snapping on. He whined at the straps. Shh. She stroked his snout. Family now. Fix watched. Datapad forgotten. Midals broken. Truss, velocity, unprecedented. Sato clapped Mara's back. Good call. Rewriting protocol. Kip's eyes met Mara's. Noise. Has trust. But alarms blared. Quarantine drones inbound. Crawls override. Not yet, Mara growled. She unstrapped Kip, bundling him close. Run! Ting! Bolted for the shovel ramp. Drones whirred closer. Nets deploying. Sato fire suppressors. Go. Mara dove aboard. Kip shielded. Ramp slant. Engines roared. Keep. Purred. Louder. Wings. Flexing. Healed. Safe. For now. Hours later, in the orbiting rescue station, Mara paced the observation deck. Kip slept in her quarters. Curled on her bunk. Scans clean. No contagion. Kroll's face filled the holoscreen. Banse. Bon. Unapproved. Transfer imminent. Is back now. Mara stood firm. Actions prohibited. Testas. Fax enter. Data streaming. Warden, review this. Bonding stabilizes his neurochim. Separation induces collapse. Human norm. Compassion yields results. Kroll's eyes narrowed. Precedent? Sato joined. Us. We adapt. Kip steered on feed, whining for Mara. Kroll sighed. Provisional integration. Monitor. Mara grinned. Kip's tail thumped as she returned. She scratched his frill. Told you. Family sticks. It nuzzled her hand. Chosen. Days blurred into routine. Mara fed Kip rotting slurry, watched wings stretch. Growth spurred head. Scales brightened. Claws sharpened. Training seams adapted. Kip perched on her shoulder, hissing at holograms. Teen drills sharpened his instincts, spotted flanks first. Fex measured daily. Bond deepens. Human empathy bridges gaps our tech can't. Sato nodded during briefings. Is asset. Loyal. One night, station shook. Pirate, raid alarms, breaches reported. Mara grabbed her kit. Kip launched to her back, claws locked. Stay close. Corridors swarmed. Intruders fired. Stunners. Sato squad engaged. Kip scented ahead, growling. Trap, Mara relayed. They flank. Kip dove, tackling a pirate. Tiny jabs clamped. Boot, man jumps. Drop weapon. Mara stunned him. Good boy. Raid repelled. Kip preened under pats. Kroll called post-action. Performance noted. Integration permanent. Mara Kip rambled. Wings enfolding. Family earned. Through fire. Weeks on, Kip grew. Shoulder high now, but still her shadow. Play fights in the bay. He pounced, she rolled. Laughter echoed. Fix confided. You rewrote my science. Mara shrugged. Host care. Kip headbutted her. Trust sealed. One down, new distress ping. Another habitat wreck. Scans. More signatures. Sato briefed. Dragon-like. Juveniles. Kip perk. Eyes fierce. Mara strapped. Gear. Tack goes. They launched. Mara glanced at Kip. Ready? Wings flared. Rumble. Yes. Bond. Unbreakable. Humans. Lead with heart. Aliens. Mara Vance slammed the medbay door lock with her palm. The hydraulic hiss sealed tight. Alarms blatted outside, but in here, only Kip's ragged breaths echoed off the sterile walls. She yanked open a supply crate. Blankets tumbled out. Thermal weave, rated for cryosleep. Cargo straps followed, thick and unyielding. Kip huddled in the corner, a fist-sized drake with iridescent scales cracked from crash trauma. His wings twitched, claws scraped tile. Golden eyes locked on her, pupils slit to needles. "Easy, little one," Mara murmured. She piled blankets into a corner nook, layering for heat. Straps crisscrossed the pile, forming walls. A nest. Safe. Contain. Her hands moved, steady, like splinting a fracture. Kip lungeth. Not at the wall scanner. Its red light pulsed, beeping vitals. It smashed into it, jaw snapping. Sparks flew. The panel dented. Mara snatched a towel from the sink. She snapped it like a matador's cape, blocking his path. "Hey, not the gear." Kip whirled, fangs bared. She held firm, towel tied between them. No sedatives. Drugs broke trust before it formed. Fainted left. She mirrored.
Right.
She pivoted. His tail lashed, but she stepped in sync. Exhaustion hit him mid-leap. A drop, chest heaving. "Good redirect," she said. She lowered the towel slow. Kip eyed it, then her. "No lunge. Progress." Come crackled. Lieutenant Sato's voice. "Vance, status, quarantine protocol, demands sedation." "Vex is prepping the override." Mara thumbed her earpiece. "Negative, Lieutenant, is trauma-shocked, not rabid. Sedation spikes his fight response. Nest is up. Vitals stabilizing. Pause. Crawls on the line. Warden says hazardous specimen requires isolation cage. Open the door." Kip's head snapped up at the calm noise. Growl rumbled low. Mara knelt by the nest. Palms out. "Not happening. Trust first, cages later." She grabbed an electrolyte syringe from her kit. Clear gel inside, nutrient-packed for crash survivors. Human grade, but universal chemistry. Kip tensed as she approached. She squeezed the bit onto her finger, offered it flat. Sniffed, tongue flecked out. Blap it, then lunge it, bit the syringe plastic barrel. "Hard!" It crunched. "Let him," Mara told the comm. Coping mechanism. She depressed the plunger slow, held, oathed into his mouth around the bite. It gulped, eyes half-lidded. Klaus kneaded the floor. Dr. Ilira Fex cut in. "Data contradicts. Xenobond models predict rejection at 87%. Sprinting your scent now. Risky." Mara watched Kip chew the plastic to shards. "Swallow. Lick lips." Midals missed the fear part. "He's coming." Kip released the syringe. Pushed closer. Nook, her knee. Mara stroked his crest scales, warm like sun-baked clay. Leaned in. Sato again. "Teams holding the corridor. Pirates contain, but crossbots are inbound. You got 5 minutes before force entry." Mara stood. Kit packed. She needed the bridge for debrief. Kip's eyes tracked her boots. She stepped toward the door. He bolted, body slammed the exit. Small as he was, momentum pinned her foot. Wings flied, blocking the panel. He's sharp. Mara froze. "Whoa, okay." She crouched. "I get it. But duty calls." Kip planted all fours. Tile barred the seam. No budge. Combust. Facts. Fascinating. Territorial block is claiming you. "Not helping," Mara muttered. She tried a sidestep. Kip mirrored, shoulder checking her thigh. "Solid, stubborn, Sato, Banthe. O'Brady the lock if needed. We extract you both." Kip's spines rattled. He scented the threat through the door. Mara sighed, unclipped her ID tag, holochip gleaming with her vitals. Rank. Face. She leaned down, fastened it to a blanket strap in the nest. "See, I'm here." Coming back. Kip sniffed the tag. "Knows it, rumbled soft. She eased back, sat cross-legged on the floor beside the nest, back to the wall, watched him. He circled once, twice, then burrowed into the blankets.
Curled tight around her tag, eyes cracked open.
"Fixed on her." "Not sleeping?" Mara whispered. She shifted for comfort. His eyes snapped wide. Growl primed. She stilled. Minute ticked. His blinks slowed, but lids lifted every time her muscles twitched, like testing. Outside, boots thudded. Kroll's voice boomed through the door speaker. "Medic Vance, This is Warren Crow. Open immediately. That creature is a biohazard under Frontier Code 47. Separation mandatory. Kip's head jerked up. Fangs gleamed. Mara thumbed mute on her comm. Spoke low to the door. Warden is a child. Crash survivor. No vectors detected. Backs, scans, clear. Scans, lie. Unknown species. Quarantine, wing, stat. Sato interjected on open channel. Stand down, Crow. Team reports. No aggression from the Drake. Benz is handling it. Protocol. Results override protocol. Sato's tone iced. Rights repelled because we adapted. This bond's the same way. Fixed chain. Preliminary data. Supports. Thent marking. Indicates pack imprint. Separation now risks shutdown. Crow growled static. Logged. But I watch. Door speaker clicked off. Mara exhaled. Kip resettled. His tail tip brushed her boot. Warmth seeped through. Hours blurred. Mara dothis upright, neck cricked. Kip's breaths evened, finally. Deep. Winds draped the nest edge. Guarding her tag, she didn't move. Dawn cycle hummed, lights brighter. Compinget soft, Sato. Relief, shift, here. Crawl, backed off. Provisional integration approved. You? Here, Mara whispered. He's out. Kip steered, stretched. Claws flexed, sharp. Growth already? Scales gleamed brighter. Head batted her knee, drumbled approval. Mara scratched under his jaw. Back, huh? Eprenind. Climbed into her lap. Klaus cracked gentle. Fex arrived first, scanner humming. Door unsealed at Mara's tap. Let me measure this. Kip his clung tighter. Easy, Mara said. Held him secure. Fex waved the device. Beeps rapid. Bond metrics off charts. Empathy breach confirmed. Fex Killcrest flushed. You broke my morals. Sato entered. Squad behind. Debrief on bridge. Kip right shoulder. Mara stood. Drake balanced. Affirm. Kip hissed at the team. Then scented Sato's offer gauntlet. Nudged. Accepted. Corridors cleared. Crawls bots hovered distant. Optics whirring. Draining seams started that shift. Kip perched on Mara's shoulder, hissing at holograms. Claws duck in trust. Absolute. Growth spurt hit overnight. Scales brightened. Claws sharpened. Seams adapted. Kip spotted flanks first. Growls, warning traps. Fex measured daily. Bond deepens. Human empathy bridges gaps our tech can't. Sato nodded in briefings. Es it. Loyal. Station shook one night. Pitted right alarms. Breaches flared. Mara grabbed her kit. Kip lounged to her back. Claws locked. Wings. Pin tight. Stay close, she said. Corridors swarmed. Intruders, fire stunners. Sato's squad engaged. Kip scented ahead, growled low. Trap, Mara relayed. They frank. Kip dove, tackling apirity. Tiny jaws clamped boot. Man yelped, weapon dropped. Mara stunned him. Good boy. Wright repelled. Kip ran under her pads. Crawl called. Post-action. Olo flicker its turn. Performance noted. Integración permanente. Mara hug. Kip. Air rumbled. Wings enfolding hair. Weeks on. Kip grew shoulder high. Still her shadow. Play fights in the bay. Hay pounced. She rolled. Laughter echoed. Fix confided later. You rewrote my science. Mara shrugged. Just care. Kip head butted her thigh. Trust sealed. One dawn new distress ping. Habitat wreck. Scans. Dragon-like signatures. Juveniles. Sato briefed the team. Multiple. Crash patterns match Kip's origin. Kip perked on Mara's shoulder. Eyes fierce. Wings half unfurl. Mara strapped her gear. Glanced at him. Pack goes. He rumbled deep. Ready. They launch into the black. Mara felt his warmth against her neck. Bond unbreakable. But the ping spiked. Hostiles inbound. Crow's voice cut through launch chatter. New unknowns. Quarantine L. Sato punch controls. Negative. Lives first. Kip growled agreement. Mara met by doors slammed wide. 4 quarantine guards stormed in. Stun cuffs humming. Briefless sweep the room. Kip exploded off Mara's exam table. His wings snapped open. Heat glands flared orange along his spine. A jet of plasma scorched a black line across the deck plating, right at the guard's boots. Smoke curled. Boots smoked. Hot, Mara barked. She lunged between Kip and the rifles, hands up, badge flashing. Medical override. Thesifier now. The lead guard froze. Warden's orders, dock unknown Drake to isolation. All contacts quarantined. Kip crouched low. Tile lashed, his eyes locked on the cuffs, gleaming traps. A rumble built in his chest. Deep as ship engines, Mara knelt slow. Never broke eye contact with Kip. Easy, packmate, Eve got you. Her hand extended, palm up. Sniffed it, nuzzled once. Tensión east a fracción. Leonardo Santo pushed through the cluster. His uniform crisp, despite the right scars. Report. Why the heat on my medic? New directive. The guard snapped. Post-rescue protocols. That Drake-scented hostiles. Unverified Xena response. Crow wants it cage till scans clear. Sato's jaw tightened. A glance at Kip. The Drake's sides heaved. Claws gouged the table. Mara stood. Tablet in hand. Emergency caregiver climb file 3 minutes ago. Witness it, Lieutenant. She thrust the holoform at him. Signatures glowed. Hair biometrics. Kip's heat print from bonding scans. Sato scanned it. Eyes narrowed. This overrides quarantine. Per fleet, rec, 47B. Pro-in bond amps during integration window. Bara tapped the screen. Kip's vitals spike, heart-racing glance, priming again. Look at him. Panic, response imminent. Separation, triggers, fight. Keep wine sharp. Pin Mara with his gaze. Wings half drooped, plea clear. Sato nodded curt. Stand down, team. Doc's claim holds. Guards grumbled but lowered rifles. One kicked at the scorch mark. Things Azar. Things crew. Sato countered. Side our flanks on the wreck. Scented pirates before scanners did. Mara scooped her kit. Clipped it to her belt. Keep. Perch. It bounded to her shoulder. Klaus. Hento now. Worms seeped through her suit. Alarms whoop soft priority coming. Warden Crow's hollow flickered to life, midair, face like carved stone. Lieutenant, explained the delay. Sato straightened. Caregiver claiming active, sir. Doctor, Vance as bond-proof. Crow's eyes flicked to Kip, irrelevant. New juveniles inbound from the habitat. The known vectors. Primary subject, your Drake, reverts to isolation. Security, procede. Guards, advanced. Ip, tense. Mara felt his muscles coil. No. She stepped forward. Boyes still. Witness this. She triggered Kip's collar beacon. Low steam pulse hit, mimic of separation stress. It trashed. Wings battered crates. A screech tore out. Raw terror. Glands ignited again. Plasma spat wild, melting a trirag. A dove behind Mara. Clung to her leg. Shaking. Sato wins. Guards flinched back. See? Mara cut the pulse. Kip burrowed into her side. Whimpers faded to rumbles. That's what isolation does. Is bonded. Pull him now. You lose a team asset. And a life. Cross all flickered. Silent count. Data logged. But Rex stand. Transfer in 5. With respect, Sato said. Results beat Rex. Reroute to Integration Station Epsilon. 12 hours to full eval. Kroll leaned in. Bold. Lieutenant, defy, and its court-martial. Sato met the star. Leaves first, sir. Always. Ulo winked out. Watts hesitated. Moby out, Sato ordered. Dock, bridge, now. Mara nodded. Kip clung tight as they bolted corridors. His head swiveled, checking shadows. Trust locked on her. Bridge hummed tense. Sat dropped into command chair. Fingers flew over controls. Plot to Epsilon. Max burn. Aye, sir.
Thrusters roared. Jeep groaned into turn. Ilirafex waited at aux console. Scales shimmering under lights. Her own alien heritage. Data pads stacked high. Claims solid Mara, but Krall's models predict cascade failure. Bonds like yours, anomalies. Mara settled Kip on the jump seat. Strap it, him secure. Models wrong. Watch. She ran a hand down his flank. A leaned in. Purr started. Treks, frills twitched. Skepticism cracked. Vitals stabilizing already. Against protocol stress, Sato glanced back. Status on the juveniles? 3 signatures, drakelets, crash pods, stable, but hostiles trailed us. Pirate, scum after Henotech. Kip perked, groveled low. Nose to viewport. Mara scratches gritch. Essence is back. Those kiss. Like him. Hours blurred. Scans pinged clean. Keep paced Mara's feet. Whined at every com burst from crawl. Demands for turnover. 12 hours. Sato reminded Diolo. Fleet code. Crawl's voice grated. Integration station denies unknown Drake bonds. Prepare handoff. Mara's fists clenched. Keep mirrored. Tailash. Fex interjected. Data contradicts. Warden. Bond metrics exceed norms. Human consistency rewrites Drake stress response. Silence. A stretch. Then. Forward full locks. Decision pending. Ulo 10. Breach exhaled. Kip lunged to Mara's chest. Wings enfolded her. Drumble deep, thanks. She hugged back. Pack, stays, Epsilon, loomed. Docks clamped. Shuttles prepped for juvenile transfer. Boot crawl security waited planet side. Full squad. Death trains, heavy duty. Sato geared up. Mara, you're with the kids. Keep shadows. Met by Redux. Juveniles huddled in crash pods. Tiny drakes, scrawny, eyes wide. One chirped feeble. Keep approach slow. Sniffed. Rumbled soft. They uncurled. Mimicked his purr. Mara smiled. Pack grows. Shuttle docked at station core. Airlock cycled. Warding call in person towering. Uniform starched. Flanked by troops. Cuffs out. Drake first, he barked. Isolation pod. Keep froze. Klaus dug in. Mara knelt. Trust me. She faced Crawl. Witness again. Stim pulse test. Keep panic. Less than before. Juveniles echoed his distress. Pots rattled. Fex shoved data slate forward. See the cascade. Separation risks all. Crawl scant. Frustration etched. Lines. Results. Sato cut in. Drake saved my team twice. Kids need him. Troop shifted, one muttered. Heard it scented pirates clean. Crawl-eyed Kip. The Drake met gas. Steady now. No fly. Provisional. Crawl grunted. Under Van's oversight. Full review in 48. Mara exiled. Decided. Kip bounded up. Head-butted her hand. Fex frills flared joy. Madres obsolete. Sato clapped Mara's shoulder. Pax official. Quarantine cleared. Pots opened. Juveniles tumbled out. Keep heard the den gentle. Wing shepherds. Mara watched. Heart full. Family built one trust at a time. Boot station alarms blared. Pirate signatures. Inbound. Kroll spoon. All hands. Kip growled first. Nose 2 stars. Back. Ready. Mara grabbed her kit. Here we go again. Kip's nostrils flared. Pirate drones pierced the outer sensors. Mara tightened her grip on her medkit. Sato. Vector check. 3 corvettes. Closing fast. Lieutenant Sato scanned his console. Boarding pods. Inbound. Eta 10. Warden Crow slammed his fist on the bulkhead. Bands. Drake to isolation. Now. No risks. Kip hunched low. Flemish licked his throat. The juveniles chirped behind him. 3 small feather hatchlings, wings tucked tight. Mara stepped between them. Ethan's better than your race, Warden. We need him. Crow's eyes narrowed. Troops gripped rifles. Dr. Ilirafex pushed forward, frills quivering. Agreed. But protocol demands proof. Stress test? Here, now. If he flames out, he's quarantined. Mara nodded. No time to argue. Keep. Stay. She knelt. Palm flat on his chest. His heart hammered like a fusion drive. Alarms wailed louder. Red lights strobed the bay. Fex activated her slate. A low-frequency emitter. Sonic pulse, mimicking predator roars, station breaches, designed to spike xenocortisol. Kip's eyes widened, scales bristled. A spark popped from his mouth. Breathe, Mara said. She inhaled slow, deep, exhaled. Her hand rose and fell with her chest. Kip's gaze locked on her. His flanks heaved, wild at first, then matched. Ink out. Flames dimmed to embers. Juveniles huddled closer, mimicking his rhythm, but silent. Fex Prills froze. Cascade suppression. Via visual que, Mother's predicted fight response. Trust, Mara said. She kept breathing. Pulses ramped up. Kip rumbled low but held. No flare, no bolt. Test ended. Emitter clicked off. Kip nuzzled her palm. Fex tapped her slate furiously. Bond override. Remarkable. Kroll grunted. Not enough. He's a fire hazard. Mara stood. Listens. Watch. She faced Kip. Tapped their thigh once. Tries. 3 times. Sharp. Deliberate. Bite drill. Show them. Kip's jaws parted. Fangs gleamed. Elanged. Slow. Controlled. Inches from her arm. Mara tapped 3 again. Jaws snapped shut. Hesat. Thigh thump once. Troops murmur. One lowered his rifle. Trained like a hound. Back signal, Mara said. Taught him yesterday. 3 taps. Stop. Safe. Fex leaned in. Human construct. E obeys over instinct? Her voice cracked. First time Mara heard awe crack her skepticism. Dar hissed. A stranger burst in. Armor security grunt. New shift. Kip exploded up. Klaus scraped deck. Growl. Shook the air. It dragged the loose chair across the bay, slammed it between Mara and the intruder. Wings half unfurled, blocking. The grunt froze. Whoa. Mara tapped, 3 on Kip's side. Chair dropped. Kip back to her leg. Gruberti's head there. Purr vibrated. Defensive positioning, Fex noted. Released on Kue. This isn't instinct. It's learned protocol. Kroll crossed his arms. Cute tricks. Pirates breach innate. Get him contained. Sato shook his head. Sir, his nose caught them first. Levan's handle. Mara scooped her kit. Corridor to command. Kip. Heel. Alarms peaked. Bookheads thrum with distant impacts. Pirates hitting the rim. They moved. Mara live. Kip at her side. Juveniles trailing in a tight wing. Corridor swarmed. Techs dashed. Guards whined. Bends howled. Emergency air. Echoes bounced like thunder. Gip bolted. Wings snapped. Flames guttered. Hatchlings squealed. Stampede forming. Mara grabbed his tailbass. Steady pressure. Firm. Unyielding. Breathe. She matched his stride. Palm slid along his spine. In. Out. A breath guided. Hip slowed. Pressed against her leg. Flames bank. Juveniles clustered back. Noses to his flank. They reached command. Doors sealed behind. Kip sat prompt. No scorch marks. Fex burst in last, slight glowing. Reclassification. From specimen to dependent. Cross-species bond confirmed. Filing legal review expedite. Krolls stared at the main hole. Pirate pods detached. Review later. Drones inbound. Mara knelt by Kip. Sent them. His nose lifted. Grow. Pinpointed vectors. Deck 7. Bends. Bans. You're with breach unit. Keep your Drake leash. Mara tap 3. Keep. Rose ready. Juveniles chirp. Staying with Fex. Pots slammed hull. Breaches sparked. Mara ran. It bounced. Kip matched stride. Low and silent. Deck 7. Smoke choked. Bends. Pirate borders. Cloak tech exos. Plasma cutters. Whining. Mara slid into cover. Flank. Left. Kip darted. Nose twitch. It barreled into shadow. Pirate yelped. Cut short. Crunch. One down. Suit breached. Mara tagged the next. Steam dart to neck. Human twitchers. Worked on them too. Kip herded the last into open. Flames, precise, singed boots. No kill. Troppers cuffed him. Clear. Satoboxeth. Al Dex. Back in bay. Kroll waited. Legal pad chimed. Fex's review pushed through. Provisional guardianship. Bans. Drake integrate. Kip pounded to Mara. Head-butted knee. Juveniles piloted on. Pack poor cars. Fex pocketed her slate. Instincts bend to your signals. Human normalcy. Extraordinary. Mara's crutch keeps frill. Family acts. Alarms silence. Station safe. But outer sensors ping it. Reinforcements? Kip growled first. Nose too void. Mara smiled. Bahols, Doctor. Fex adjusted her emitters for another test. One more. Under combat seam. pulses humid. Kip glanced at Mara. Breathed, with her flamings steady. Fex's frills drooped in defeat. Obsolete, all of it. Mara tapped trees. Kip relaxed. Juveniles mimicit. Bond sealed, but the ping grew. Pirate mothership, the cloaking. Satobark. Shield sap. Kip's eyes locked on Mara. Ready, she nodded. Together. They charged out. Back first. Stress test forgotten. Trust proven fire. No. Fex called after. Wait! Data. Kip scented deeper. Pirata trap. Inbound. Core breach. Mara tapped once. Hunt. Searched ahead. Wings caught light. Troops followed the Drake. Uman greet. Met alien fire. Station held. Hours later, review board linked in. Grohl stood aside. Witness. Fex streamed the logs. Breathing sync. Tap signals. Share drag. Corridor town. Bod lead blinked. This Drake obeys a Uman? Trusts, Mara said. Kip curled at her feet. Juveniles slept piled on him. Approved, board intoned. Full integration. Kip purred. Mara exiled. Family forge. But Kip stirred. Knowing wrinkled. Fine chemtrail. Internal saboteur. Arose. Growled soft. Mara grabbed Kit. Lead on.
Pack moved as one.
Deeper alarms whispered. Threat lingered. Wait. No, that was too short. Expand properly. No, continue expanding to 50 hand. I need to flesh out each beat with more detail. Sensori. Action. Dredo mentali. Start. Alams blared. Kip growled. Nose pointed starward. Mara snatched her medkit strap tighter. Positions. Sato pivoted. Borders on scan. Kip's nose nailed it. Kroll jabbed a finger. Drake caged. That's final. Fex stepped up. Not without stress test. Probe stability. She thumbed the meter live. Low, hum, cut, air. Sonic waves pulsed. Sharp bursts. Mimicking. Hull cracks. Screams. Kip tens. Scales rippled. Throat glowed orange. Mara dropped to knee. Hand on chest. Breathe, Kip. Like before. She drew air slow. Chest rose. Fell. A steady rhythm. Kip's eyes fixed on her. Chest hitched. Then synced. Glow faded. Embers only. Edgelings pressed close. Tiny chests matching. No cows. Fex checked readings. Flamey suppression at 92%. Mirrored respiración. Intencional. Back way. Mara said. Pulses peaked. Kip held. Rumble content. Emitter died. Growl. Scowled. Parlor tricks. Signals. Mara tapped thigh. 1, 2, 3, bite. Kip lungeth. Just wide. Hot breath washed her arm. Fangs hovered. Mara tapped 3. Shut. Sat. Tie swish. Grunt nearby whistled. Damn. Door slit. New soldier entered. Gear clanking. Kip lunged snack chair leg. Drag dead screeching to Mara's side. Barrier up. Wings flare. Sol lights flickered. The station plunged into emergency red glow. A deep thrum died hatters offline. Cold claw through the medbay vents like station ice. Kip's wings snapped shut. His scales lost luster frosting at the edges. A low whine escaped his throat. Mara knelt fast. A gloved hand pressed Kip's flank. Chilled to chilled. Easy, Kip. Heat drop. We fix. Lieutenant Sato spun from the door. Power surge. Backup Jenny's kicking in. Dr. Fex yanked her scanner. Corey! Overload. Heaters fried. Thames plummeting. Kip's at 28C and falling. Warden Kroll barked into his comm. Quarantine lockdown. No flames. Evac. The Drake now. Kip huddled closer. His tail coiled around Mara's boot. Klaus dug into deck plating, scraping faint lines. Mara ignored Kroll. She scanned Kip's vitals. Heart racing. Metabolism crashing. Drake's needed fire warmth. Station cold would kill him in hours. Sato, battery packs from the crash cart. Fex, oxygen line insulation, repeat free. Sato tossed 2 heavies her way. Fex hesitated, then sliced the line with her multi-tool. Foam, insulation, the thick and white. Mara worked fast. She rigged the packs in series, positive to negative, taped secure, slid the insulation sleeve over the exhaust vent from the O2 recycler, battery lids clipped to the vent coil. A loop of duct tape sealed it. Fans whirred, pulling ambient air, but not enough. Kip shivered harder. His nose nudged her knee, eyes wide and pleading.
Need boost, Mara said.
She tapped her thigh. 1, 2, press. Steady breath. Kip mirrored, chest sinking. Then, new signal. Mara cupped her hand like a flame. Held it near the vent. Warm it, Kip. Controlled. Like nest fire. Kip's throat glowed. Embers first. A huffed, a precise jet, orange and hot. Flame licked the insulated vent. Air inside shimmered. Batteries fed the coil. Glowing red. Heated air blasted out, wrapping Mara and Kip in a warm pocket. Fix scanner beep. Bend temp 45C. Estable. No hotspots. Ip rumbled. Approval. Inno set the flow. Scales brightening. Thigh loosened its death grip. Alarms shifted. New wail from the corridor. Boots thundered. Security bursting. Stunners raised. 4 armored figures. Crawl at lead. Flame detected. Crawl leveled his scanner. Extinguish now, Mevic. Drake to cryot hold. Mara stood slow, hands visible. Logget it live, Warden. Public board. She thumbed her wristpad. Readings beamed to the station's open channel. Temp curves, flame spectrum, battery draw. Green across the board. Safe, efficient. Keeps our heater now. Keep growled low. He shifted, body blocking Mara from the guards. Wings, half round, casting shadows. Crow's face, twisted. Hadar protocol. Transfer order stands. Sedate, if needed. No sedatives. Mara stepped forward into Kip's guard. He's stable. Bonded. Look at the hatchlings. She nodded to the corner crates. Rescued Drake younglings, now piled in the warm flow. Their tiny chests rose and fell in sync with Kip's. Fex, cross-check airpad, bond metrics off-charts. Respiración lock at 98%. SPAC alpha to them. Separation spikes cortisol 47. Sato crossed arms. Results re-protocol sear. Stations down 20C overall. This rig's pulling double duty. Grohl jabbed a finger at Kip. It's a fire hazard. One surge, and Kip huffed again. Control flame. Bang glowed brighter. Warm spread, chasing chill from the room. Guards lowered stunners a fraction. One shivered, boots shifting. Mara tapped her thigh. 1, 2. Kip's glow dimmed. His hat, tail thumping once. Trust signal. See, Mara said. It listens. Builds trust, not a hazard. Kroll scowled but checked the public board. Numbers held steady. Station chatter lit up. Drake heater, genius. Human hack saves the day. Fine. Kroll holstered his scanner. Provisional. Monitor DS-47. One glitch. It's cryo. He stormed out. Guards followed. Murmurs trailing. Mara exhaled. Knelt by Kip. Good hold, partner. It hand scratched under his jaw. A leaned in, rumbling deep. That fax crouched nearby. That shouldn't work. Models predict dominance fights. Not sync. Back way. Mara sat. Actions build it. Kip notch her palm. His tongue flick it out. Warm, gentle, clean. Station lights stabilized. Partial power. But heaters stayed dead. Kip's rig hummed on. Hours ticked. Mara monitor. He held the flame steady, eyes half-lidded in content. Itchlings chirped soft, clustering closer. Sato returned with rations. Met Charles icebox. This warm spot's gold. Fex, log data non-stop. Flame control precision. Human queen boosts it 30%. Cross-species. Baseline shattered. Mara smiled faint. Kip's head rested on her lap now. Weight solid, trusting. New alarm pierced the calm. Console flash. Secondary surge. Outer ring blackout. Cold deepened. Bends frosted over. Kip tensed. Wine rising.
Again? Sato checked scans.
Jenny overload. Half the station dark. Crow's voice boomed over comms. All non-essentials to course. Quarantine, halls, Drake, priority, sedat. Mara stood. Negative. Este fix. She patched her pad to main. Public law keep rig scaling. Sato, grav, spare, packs. Fex, ben extensions. Dem mobbed. Batteries stacked. Insulation snake. To main bends. Keep watched. Throat glowing ready. Keep ignited on cue. Flames danced controlled, heating the expanded coil. Eyed, whooshed out warm rivers flooding the medbay. Security pinged flame spike. Location? Controlled. Mara broadcast. Leave feeds. Tents climbing, no smoke. No alarms tripped. Borders advised. Drake heat-saving power. Station-wide chatter exploded. Human and dragon. Bad goals. Keep print under the praise. He puffed his chest, adding a touch more flame. Fix shook her head, grinning rare. Your packway just hacked genopsych. Mara ruffled Kip's frill. Told you. Trust earns safety. His body curled tight around her boots again. Claws hooked fabric, eyes locked up. Fear flicker. Gum crackled. Kroll. Second order. Drake to isolation. Uman cleared. Kip growled. Deep. Wings flared full. It planted between Mara and Dor. Fangs buried. No transfer. Mara said firm. Es bonnet. Watch. She tapped. 1, 2, 3. Kip held growl but didn't budge. They barred the path. Sato blocked the entry. Protocol bendwarden. Bond data trumps. Hex beamed readings. Refusal stress minimal. Attachment secure. Growl. Arrive solo this time. Faith thunder. Move the beast. Kip lunged not bite but snack. He dragged the med stool screeching. Piled it with crates. Barrier instant. Hatchlings piled behind, chirping defiance. Mara faced Crow. His family now. Actions profit. Kip noset her leg. Worm pressed close. Crow stared. Scanner dropped. Damn readings don't lie. Station groaned. Another flicker. Cold bit harder. Kip flamed the red brighter. Warmth 1. Crow turned. Provisional. Integration. Log it. Door hissed shut. Kip rumbled victory. Curled full around Mara's feet. Chin on boot. Mara scratched his scales. Backstays. Warmth spread. Not just air. Trust solid. But outer alarms wailed. New. Scans pinging. Hull. Breach incoming. Kip's nose pointed starward. Growl rose. Mara's natch. Medkit. Positions. Something breach, and Kip smelled it first. Warden Kroll slammed his gavel. The sound echoed off the sterile hearing chamber walls. Containment hearing commences. Unidentified genospecimen. Designing Kip poses imminent public safety risk. I move for immediate isolation, transfer, and human separation. Mara Bands straightened in her witness chair. Ad Medkit sat heavy on her lap. Kip huddled at her feet. Scales dimmed to a dull gray. His tail coiled tight around her boot. The chamber's air recyclers hummed low, carrying the sharp tang of Kroll's disinfectant spray. Lieutenant Sato leaned forward from the team bench. Objection, Warden. Provisional integration holds until full review. Kroll's eyes narrowed. Provisional? That was field expediency. Scans show volatile instincts. One flare-up and station quarantine fails. He tapped his data path. Holo screens flickered to life, projecting Kip's intake images, wings splayed in a snare trap, bloody barbs embedded in leathery hide. Mara's jaw tightened. She knew those wounds. She had extracted each barb herself. Permission to present evidence, sir. Kroll waved a hand. Medic Banse, make it quick. Clock's ticking with those hull breach alerts. Mara stood. Kip's claws clicked soft on the deck as he rose beside her. She pulled her medlogs first. Olo projected charts, bloomed, vital steadying post-rescue, stress hormones dropping after her first touch. Day 1, severe lacerations from illegal poacher snares. It treated under fire. Kip bit the restraint glove, not me. Mitigation training started hour 2. She swiped the photos. Close-ups filled the air. Kip's fangs clamped on reinforced fabric, not flesh. Her gloved hand steady in frame, applying salve. No human injuries. He learned control fast. Kroll snorted. 1 data point. Instinct evolve. He's a Drake. Fire breather. Station teams predict 87%. Escalation risk. Elida Fex shot up from her seat. Her iridescent scales shimmered under the lights. Clary physiology, all precision and doubt. With respect, Warden, models fail here. She synced her scanner to the chamber feed. Security footage rolled. Grainy vid played Mara cornered in the medbay. Kroll's bots advancing. Kip lunged between them. Wings flared, but Mara tapped her thigh. 1 deliberate beat. 2, 3. Kip froze. Grohl throttled to rumble. Back to her side. Eyes locked on her palm. Fex paused the feed. De-escalation signal. Cortisol plumets 40%. Is not Pharaoh. He's responsive. Kroll crossed his arms. Cherry-picked. Play the full clip. Begs oblige. Futa jumped. Kip dragging the med stool. Piling crates into a barrier. Hatchlings. Other rescued young chirped behind it. Mara facing Kroll down. As family now. Actions prove it. Kip nosing her leg. Pressing close. The chamber fell quiet. Even the judge, a stern-faced arbiter Voss, leaned in. Kip shifted at Mara's feet. His warm breath puffed against her calf. Kroll jabbed the finger. Sentiment, not science, is unknown species. Cross-quantum risk. Order removal now. Sato stood. Protocol review. Warden. Bond data overrides isolation if attachment secures compliance. Compliance? Kroll barked a laugh. Test it. Order the Drake forward. Alone. Arbiter boss nodded slow. Agreed. Specimen, Kip to the isolation marker. A red line glowed across the chamber floor, 10 meters away. Armitex flanked it, stun prods humming. Mara's pulse spiked. She glanced down. Kip's eyes met hers. Golden slits wide, nostrils flaring. Station alarms pulse faint in the background, red lights strobing, hull breach warnings. Breathe, she whispered. Tapped once on her knee. Kip rumbled low. Kroll smirked. Forward, BS'd. Or we trank you. Kip didn't move. Klaus dug into deck plating. Wings twitch half open. Tech advanced. Products crackled. Mara knelt slow. Palm out. Kip, ere. He turned. Nose brushed her fingers first, then forehead pressed full into her palm. Rough scales met skin, warm, trusting. Air stayed silent. No growl. No fire. The chamber sucked in breath. Texas scanner beep wild. Attachment metrics off charts. Trust index, 95%. Model is shattered. Kroll's face drained color. Trick, ace playing you. Boss raised his gavel. Enough. Slam. Temporary guardianship granted to Medic Vance. Supervise integration trial, 72 hours. Full psych cable by Dr. Fex. Log it. Mara exhaled. Kip leaned heavier into her hand. His rumble vibrated up her arm. Victory. Sato clapped her shoulder. Solid work. Fex approach, datapad glowing. Incredible. Glad young, bond slow. This instant. Human consistency. Extraordinary. Kroll stormed out. Trial fails, it's on you. Chamber dose is shut. Mara scratched Kip's brow ridge. He leaned in. Eyes half-lidded. Back. Bat alarms swelled. Red lights pulse urgent. Hull breach confirmed. Sector 7. Sato's comm crackled. Team positions. Breach team. Inbound. Kip's head snapped up. Nose pointed starward. Grohl built deep. Is melded first. Accurate. Alien. Mara snatched her mic. What is it, bud? He bolted for the exit. Wings snapped wide. Mara sprinted after. Sato and Fex fell in. Corridors blurred. Drew scrambled ceiling hatches. Kip skidded at a viewport. Estas wheeled outside. A shadow detached. Sleek ship. Poacher markings. Contacts. Sato barked into comm. Armory, now. Kip flammed the air. Warning burst. Blue fire leak, harmless, but lit the threat clear. Fex scanned the shadow. Biosigns. Multiple armed. Mara gripped Kip's harness. They set the snares. Hunters. Kip planted between her and glass. Fangs buried. Tile barred. The path. Sato drew sidearm. Defend the nest. Breach alarm screamed. Hull groaned. Something punched through. Ben's hissing gas. Kip lunged not at shadows, at a loose panel. Klaus ripped it free. Gas poured out. It flamed it. Neutralized in a whoosh. Crew gaped. Drake just saved the bay? Fex nodded fierce. Bond active. Escorting. Marapash hair come. Med by secure. Keeps on point. Poacher's pods detached. Docking clams thudit. Saturalith. Breach teams hold. We integrate or die. Keep. Noset Mara's leg. Eyes locked. Ready. She tapped. 1, 2, 3. A rumble descent. Doors buckled. Figures spilled armored. Snares in hand. Keep charged. Mara flank. Family fought. The first poacher raised a trap gun. Kip dodged, barreled low. Knocked it flying. Mara darted in, hype attack. Poacher slammed. Sato fired, precise bursts. Flank, left, Fex hurled, a stun grenade, Claritech, M. Peoples. Kip wheeled. Wings buffeted a third. Sent him crashing into bulkhead. CC fire! A poacher yelled, hands up. We surrender! Sato cuffed them. Captain's log. Poacher incursion repelled. Asset Kipki assist. Mara knelt by Kip, scratched behind horns. Good boy. He curled close. Ching on boot. Warmth spread. Fex knelt. 2. Scanner doomed. Bond unbreakable. Prial, sus cheques already. Alarms quieted. Station stabilized. Boss voice boomed. Overcome. Hearing reconvent remotely. Guardianship permanent. Integrate fully. Kroll's replied crackled soul. Readings don't lie. Mara smiled. Kip rumbled. Back grew. But Kip's nose twitched. Starward again. Faint scent lingered. More hunters. Sato checked scopes. Fleet signature. Oncoming. Kip growled. Mara gripped. Medkit. Round 2. Wings flared. Thrust burned bright. Mara tapped her comm. Sato. Scopes confirm. 3 signatures. Poacher class. Eta 5 minutes. Kip's wings snapped wide. Isgrowl breathed through her boot. Sato's voice barked back. Breach teams to positions. Mara, secure Kip in medbay. Fex, lock down habitat base. No? Mara knelt, locked eyes with Kip. 1 tap on his flank. 2, 3. We hold together. Kip rumbled low, muzzle bumping her palm. Trust sealed. Alarms wailed. Docking alerts flashed red. Sato appeared at the hatch, rifle slung. Banthe protocol. Incoming fire, Fex yelled from the console. Lasers streaked past viewports. The station shuddered. Mara scooped her medkit. Kip flanked her as they sprinted down the corridor. Crew poured in, rescue teams, weapons hot. Bucket shuttles clamped on. Airlocks hissed open. Armored figures spilled out. Nets deploying. Kip charged first. Mara matched his pace. Sato fired from cover. Flank them! 1 poacher swung a stun prod at Kip. The Drake dodged, tail whipping the weapon aside. Mara lunged, hippo habbed into exposed neck. Poachers crumpled. Kip barreled into another, wings battering armor. The figure crashed into a bulkhead. Fex hurled an EMP grenade. Pulses rippled. 2 more dropped, suits sparking. Atto cuffed the last. Surrender confirmed. Lugged. Second incursion. Repelled. Kip's tally. 3 assists. Mara scratched Kip's horns. Leaned in, eyes half-lidded. Warmth pulsed from his scale. Fex scanned the down poachers. Fleets scattering. No more signatures. Boss comm boomed. All clear. Integration protocols greenlit. Be that assignment. Bay 7C, move out. Crow's voice cut in, clipped. Temporary only. Full quarantine review pending. Mara ignored him. She tapped Kip's side. Kip no set their leg, follow without hesitation. By 7C, hum to life. Clear walls curved into habitat dome, rock outcrops, heated pools, prey seam dispensers. Mara keyed the access panel. Door slid open. Kip froze at the threshold. Tie-lashed. New smells assaulted him. Sterile air, faint chemical tang. Easy. Mara stepped in first, set their medkit down. Pulled a ration bar from her pouch, broke it in half, offered the piece, yours. Sniffed, took it gently, jaws crunching. Mara ate hers, sat on a rock ledge. Kip padded closer, quirled beside her, chin on her knee. She printed the safety routine on the station faber, bold text. Approach slow. Tap signal first. 1, 2, 3. No sudden movies. Foot at 080-160. Walks at mill. Pin it into the door. visibly through the transparent steel. Kip's rumble deepened. Eyes tracked her every move. Rest now.
Mara stroked his wing joint.
Sighed, eyelids drooping. Next morning, Mara tapped the door panel. Walk time, Kip bounded up. Wings have unfurl. Corridor, stretch, empty. Public deck, per protocol. Crew quarters humped nearby. Paralet, one tap. Ip matches a stride. Nose twitching advance. Footsteps echoed. A tech rounded the corner. Human, coveralls. Toolkit clanking. Kip tensed. Hackles rose. Mara tapped twice. Slowed. Morning, Ellis. Kip, this is friend. Ellis froze, eyes wide. That the Drake? Heard about the poachers. Kip growled soft, but Mara offered her hand flat. Sniffed it. Sat. Ellis, exile, smart one. Carry on. They passed 3 more crew. No incidents. Kip's tail stayed high. Back at the bay, Mara tapped 3 times. Kip nudged the door. Slipped inside. Waited. Good boy. She tossed a treat. He caught it midair. Sato comeding. Bans. Debrief in 5. Bring in the crew. Rescue bay conference pod. Sato stood at the hollow table. Thix fiddled with a scanner. Crew filed in 10 strong. Mix of humans and allied species. Poachers routed. Twice. Sato tapped the roster. Keeps probing. But integration needs structure. Thix frowned. My models predict isolation stress. Social exposure required. Sato nodded. Pack roster. Rotating shifts. You walk him. Fit him. Train signals. Build trust. Crew murmured. A Clary engineer raised a claw. It fights like Pack Alpha. Family, Mara corrected. Actions, prove it. Sato assigned slots. Mara first. Bamthe leads drills. Tap protocol mandatory. Kip waited outside. Ears perked through the wall. Days blurred. Crew rotated. Kip greeted each with wary sniffs, then tail wags. Rumbles turned to playful chuffs. Fex logged it. Bond metrics off charts. Cross-species baseline shattered. 1 shift. The engineer tossed the ball. Kip chased. Returned it dripping. Laughter echoed. Crow's inspection drone buzzed the habitat door. Red light flashed. Final quarantine check. Open bay. Mara tapped the panel. Door slid. Crow strode in personally. Uniform crisp. Scanner in hand. Warden insignia gleamed. Drake, muzzle forward. Temperature scan. Keep lounge on his rock. Lifted his head. Padded over calm. Offered his muzzle without prompt. Crawl. Blinked. Pressed the scanner. Beep. Nominal. No anomalies. Kip sat. Stared up. Tile thumped once. Crow cleared his throat. Perimeter secure. Blocks show compliance. He glanced at the routine sheet. Frowned. Turned to Mara. Your methods. Unconventional. Results. Speak. Mara crossed arms. Kroll nodded stiff. Proceeding to sign off. Drone followed him out. Fex entered minutes later. Data confirms is stable. Bandev. Hearing chamber lit up on holo. Boss. President. Guardianship petition. Maravans for Kip. Evidence? Sato uploaded logs. Flight assists. Wax. Scans. Kroll appeared reluctant. Quarantine. Cleared. No hazards. Boss stamped digital seal. Approved. Permanente integración. Collar tag. Issuance immediate. Mara fabbed the colors. Soft leather weave reinforced. Tag engraved. Keep. Guardian. Maravans. Back. Kip tilted his head. Allowed hair to buckle it. Nosed the tag. Rumbled approval. Out we go. Mara tapped once. It followed to the corridor. Trio lined the path. Cheers erupted. Pack! Kip's wings flared proud. He bumped Mara's leg. Eyes locked. Station eye locks. Beckoned. Beyond, stars waited. No poacher sense lingered, but Kip's nose twitched. Faint, familiar, wild call. Mara gripped her kit. Where to next, packmate? He chuffed. Pushed ahead. Ready.